just joined us on the System After Dark, this is a homegrown number courtesy of E3 and Cracker. Bulla, how's it going? I'm D, your host on the System After Dark, right here on Today FM. Today's hit music. You can catch me weeknights at 7 p.m. That's from Monday to Friday, only on the home of Today's hit music. And don't forget, that's D with you every weeknight on the System After Dark. Even got that homebrew flowing.
Good evening, this is FBC News. I'm Jackie Spate. In this bulletin, fuel price reductions across the board effective tomorrow. Prime Minister raises concern on incidents of rape. And former Fiji First MP Sanjit Patel apologises to his supporters. But first we lead with breaking news tonight. A large fire has broken out at the MH supermarket in Nambour Suva. These pictures were taken by passers-by in the last hour. FBC News has established that the area has been cordoned off and firefighters are being pulled away for their own safety. A large no-go zone has been set up so that people don't get too close to the flames. The fire is likely to have caused a traffic jam in the Nambour area. The supermarket itself is completely ablaze. Fuel prices will drop from midnight tonight. This was announced by Minister for Trade Fayaz Koya this afternoon. Ali Kimbia has more.
The latest price review ranges from 4.5% to 8% for fossil fuel, while LPG prices dropped by as much as 3.3%.
And the new pricing template and methodology adopted by the Fijian government in 2012 has assured basically that the Fijian consumers that the local prices reflects movements in the international prices, and the international prices for LPG and fuel has fallen in the last 3 months, and the local consumers will benefit from this via the price reductions announced today.
The price of motor spirit will be reduced by 10 cents from $2.21 to $2.11 per litre, and premix will drop by 10 cents from $2.09 to $1.99 per litre. Kerosene will sell at $1.25 per litre, down by 11 cents. Diesel prices go down by 15 cents from $1.79 to $1.64 per litre. There has also been a reduction in LPG prices. The price of 4.5 kg cylinder will reduce by 43 cents from $13.40 to $12.97. A 12 kg cylinder will reduce by $1.15 from $35.73 to $34.58. Bulk per kg will reduce by 8 cents from $2.40 to $2.32. And autogas per litre will reduce by 3 cents from $1.66 to $1.63. Meanwhile, these are some of the reactions from the public on the announcement.
I think it's a great time for safe because it's the festive season now, and drivers to be careful on the road. Don't waste your fuel and money.
Well, it is a very good news, especially to the consumers and low and medium income earners who are living especially in the interiors.
It is good for all the taxi drivers and every private vehicle also using the fuel. It is good for them.
The fourth cut-off price assessment by the Fiji Commerce Commission has indicated that due to the declining international prices of fuel and LPG, the Fijian consumers will continue to enjoy further reduced prices. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
Rape and child abuse is far too high and is a matter of concern for all Fijians. Prime Minister Vorengem Bainimarama says it's become a national crisis as there is an average of 1 rape a day filed with the courts. Savara Tambua has more.
At the opening of the second National Women's Expo in Suva, Bainimarama said there are cases of rape and sexual abuse that don't proceed to prosecution, even if they are reported, and some go unreported altogether.
We've removed the old Victorian rules for corroboration of rape. The need to go an extra mile to prove rape. No longer does the rape victim's sexual history have any bearing on a case. Nor is mbulu accepted to let rapists go free. Yet I'm sorry to say that the incidence of rape is still high because it is about basic attitudes, and those attitudes have not changed.
The Prime Minister also adds that abusing children is a heinous crime and warrants the strongest punishment.
The authorities have zero tolerance for domestic violence, rape and child abuse, and so must you. It is not acceptable under any circumstances for your husband, partner or any male family member to beat you. It is not acceptable under any circumstances for you or any other women or children around you to be assaulted and abused in a sexual or any other way.
Some 600 women from various parts of Fiji are present at the expo. Sabera Tambua, FBC News.
The second National Women's Expo was officially opened this morning by the Prime Minister Vorengem Bainimarama and saw some creative women taking part. Savara Tambua has more.
600 artisans showcased their products for 3 days at the Vodafone Arena in Suva. One of them is Makira Talindua from Tumbo Lakemba in the Lau Group. The 49-year-old mother continues earning her income as she weaves mats outside the arena even as the expo is underway. Once finished, she takes them inside to be sold at the booth.
I have already weaved a Vakambati and got $500 out of it, and I am happy.
69-year-old Akani Tiusere traveled for 3 days from Rotuma just to showcase her products and other traditional arts and crafts the island is known for. Tiusere says she is proud to be part of the expo.
Happy to be part of this expo to showcase my products.
National prosperity depends on products produced in Fiji. Many of the women's products bear the Fijian-made label showing not only were they made here, but they are of high enough quality for the Fijian-made stamp of approval. Bainimarama says through this expo, female artisans are encouraged to express themselves and nurture a culture of excellence and pride in their work.
They are asserting their economic strength, using their talents to earn incomes for themselves and their families.
A great brand of Fijian-made handicrafts are here. Woven products such as mats, baskets, masi, items made from shells or coconuts, household crafts, items or clothing, the best that Fiji has to offer, all under one roof at one site, and all produced by women. Sabera Tambua, FBC News.
Government Whip Semi Koroi-Lavesau is the new Minister for Employment, Productivity and Industrial Relations. FBC News spoke to Koroi-Lavesau this afternoon, confirming that he has formally accepted the ministerial portfolio. He takes on the position after the resignation of Chiochi Konrote, who is President-elect. 18 years in the military and retiring as a naval commander, Koroi-Lavesau also has more than 20 years of business experience as the owner of Captain Cook Cruises. Former Fiji First MP Sanjit Patel has apologized to his supporters after resigning from Parliament yesterday afternoon. Patel says his growing business ventures mean sacrificing his parliamentary responsibilities. Maggie Boyle with the story.
Very tough decision.
Nadi politician Sanjit Patel is apologetic towards his supporters, given his surprise resignation yesterday, only a year into Parliament.
I'm really sorry. I'd like to apologize. They really trusted me. They voted me in, and now I'm coming back. They had high expectations of me.
Patel says his growing family business was ultimately the deciding factor that cut short his political career.
He's starting a new pipe factory, PVC pipe factory, where we're going to spend $15 million. He's starting a new shop in Suva. So there is a need for a manpower. It's only my brother alone in the business, so I had to make a big decision.
With Fiji First candidate Mohamed Mursana Aberdeen next in line to fill the now vacant seat, Patel had some advice to share.
Don't be afraid to ask questions, be part of the team, and do the best, do justice to the people of Fiji.
While an MP, Patel held several positions. He was the Deputy Government Whip, Chair of the Emoluments Committee, Public Accounts Committee member, as well as the leader of the delegation for the EU ACP team. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
Coming up, Nasino Town declared a smoke-free zone.
With one heartbeat. We'll take a short break and join us in the next hour for more music from Seal. Bula Blaka. I'm DJ Tora. Join me every weekdays, 7 until midnight on the Premium Classics, right here on Gold FM. Only the classic hits.
As confirmed earlier, there is a large fire at MH Supermarket in Namboa. We now bring you live pictures from the scene. FBC News has established that the area has been cordoned off and firefighters are being pulled away for their own safety. A large no-go zone has been set up so that people don't get too close to the flames. The fire of course, has caused a traffic jam in the Namboa area. Again, we are bringing you live images from the scene. The supermarket itself is completely ablaze. The fire started over an hour ago, and as we now know, firefighters are no longer attempting to put out the blaze at this time, and our reporters are at the scene. These are live images that we're showing you right now from our camera guy who is down at the scene. The Social Democratic Liberal Party hasn't received a response from the President's office on its request for a special sitting of Parliament. FBC News understands SODELPA will hold a caucus meeting tomorrow to discuss its options in protesting the eligibility of President-elect Tiochi Konrote. Opposition leader Kepa had intended to make a speech in Parliament on Monday, but this was disallowed by the Speaker. It's understood that Rote Mumu, pursuant to Standing Order 21, wanted the President to summon Parliament to meet to consider without delay a matter of public importance. Rote Mumu argues that Konrote is not eligible for nomination because he is still a member of the Fiji First Party, despite having submitted his resignation. When contacted, the Office of the President told FBC News they will not make any comments at this stage. Regulating the money lending industry is paramount as the country endeavours to grow and move forward. Minister for Finance Ayaz Said Qayyum highlighted this issue while opening the 8th Pacific Credit Union Technical Congress in Suva this morning. Ellen Stahls reports.
Finance Minister Ayaz Said Qayyum says it's unfortunate that money lenders play a big role in providing financial services to ordinary Fijians.
Now, some of the interest rates that are being charged are quite phenomenal. Now, that's another critical area, and I think that also will help your organization if we are able to regulate money lenders a lot better and have a lot more transparency in respect of that, because then people will be able to, access your type of facilities and other facilities a lot more easily.
Syed Qayyum says owning a house or property would help Fijians get approvals on their loans from the banks.
Because the reality is that many people do go to money lenders because they do not have an asset base. They cannot put anything up as collateral.
President of the Tongan Credit Union League, Mele Amanaki, says they are pleased to note that Fiji is willing to help them in any way they can.
The Congress plays a pivotal role in terms of disseminating information on the national level in their various countries of the needs of their credit unions.
See how the legislation affects the management of the credit unions in each of the country and also at the regional level.
The three-day Congress will see 11 countries convene in Suva to discuss ways of strengthening the roles of credit unions in the Pacific region. Ellen Stahls, FBC News.
The Employment Relations Advisory Board held its third successive meeting today, deliberating on a draft ILO report which is expected to be agreed to this week. FBC News understands that two of the parties have agreed to the implementation plan and signed off on it, while one other party is still left to sign. A joint report by the parties is expected to be submitted to the ILO's governing body before the Assembly convenes in November. Failing a joint agreement by the government, unions and employers' representatives, the ILO will consider commission of inquiry to investigate Fiji. Minister for Health and Medical Services Chone Usumate this morning launched tobacco-free Nasinu town. Nasinu is the latest municipality to be declared tobacco-free.
In order to protect Fiji's children and the public, Fiji has expanded smoke-free public places, such as workplaces, including markets, restaurants and shops. Expansion of smoke-free public settings has made a difference among adults.
The most recent Global School Health Survey conducted revealed that over 55% of children aged between 13 to 15 reported people smoking in their presence. Between 2002 and 2011, the prevalence of non-daily smokers, which includes social smokers, has decreased by 7.1% among males to 19.9% and 5.9% among females to 8.3%. Usumate says these statistics can improve further.
This government has got a very clear vision. The vision of government is to build a better Fiji, and the easiest way that we can do that is to try to make sure that the things that lead to people losing their lives are the things that we try to stop.
The first building to be declared tobacco-free within the town is the Nasinu market. Vendors are thrilled with the announcement.
It's good to no smoking here, because in this area, because people, they don't like it, no?
I think it's a very good thing, and it's good for the environment as well as it's good for our young generation.
I'm really excited because I was really tired people smoking outside here. So I know it will be no smoking zone, so people don't smoke here, I'm happy.
Other areas earmarked for tobacco-free demarcation are Valelevu, Centre Point, McCoy and the Nasinu Multipurpose Court. The Fijian Elections Office has a new dedicated booth for taking pictures of people registering for voter ID cards. Supervisor Mohammed Saneem says such a setup improves the professionalism of the service delivery. He adds the FEO uses shopping centres and other public places for registration drives, and there is always a limitation on space. However, the booth is both compact and portable, making it ideal. The booth will first be used for voter registration in Australia, with the team accompanying the Prime Minister's delegation to Sydney. The registration booth can be easily folded and stored for transportation. And on that note, sports is up next. Here's Jamie with the latest.
Thanks, Jackie, and good evening in sports after the break. Another flying Fijian Ice Sevens Olympic jumper. And professional golfers from all over the globe set to compete at the Fiji International from tomorrow. This and more coming up.
छू छू 40 में 20 का दिखना है। मैं हूँ ना आपके साथ में मिर्ची एफएम पर 9 से 12 बजे तक मंडे टू फ्राइडे। मिर्ची इट्स हॉट।
With the Fiji International Golf Tournament starting tomorrow at the Natandala Bay Championship course, 3-time major champion Vijay Singh and 7-time PGA Tour winner Matt Kuchar share their views on what the world can expect at the much-anticipated event. Josephine Avula reports.
The strong wind conditions at Natandala Bay will test the mettle of the 132 professional golfers competing in the Fiji International from tomorrow.
Have to slow the greens down to a point where you can actually be comfortable putting on the greens. It's already a hard job trying to hit balls from tee to green, and then get on the green. It's even harder to turn around and putt on it.
The course is beautiful, difficult, fun to play.
However, the two professionals believe the competition will also unleash the best abilities of the individual golfers.
It's a real challenge. Wins certainly bring out and test golfers' best ability.
It's interesting. It's good for golf. You know, it's really, really good for the future of golf. You know, they're young and they produce what they're doing.
The winner of the 4-day event will take home $1.67 million. It all tees off at Natandola tomorrow. Josephine Vula, FBC Sports.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Vorengem Bainimarama says Vijay Singh's involvement in golf has brought a lot of recognition for the country in the sport. Bainimarama made the comment at the opening of the Fiji International Golf Tournament last night.
Vijay has come a long way since he was a ball retriever and caddy at the Tawakumu Golf Course in our second city, Lotoka. And he has done himself proud and our nation proud by making it into the top ranks of international golf.
Bainimarama also applauded the 7 Fijian nationals participating amongst the competitors from 27 countries at the Fiji International. Vodafone Flying Fijians back rower Patel has set his sights on donning the Fiji Sevens jumper and will push for selection into the Rio Olympic Games. The 22-year-old was one of the standout players of the national side in the Rugby World Cup, but says he is ready to earn a call-up in the abbreviated code next year if required. Talen Daudakadaka reports.
Peveliato featured in 2 of Fiji's 4 pool matches in the 2015 World Cup, and this was enough to make an impression. Hard-running lines and bone-crunching tackles are a feature of his game, and he is confident of transferring this onto the Sevens rugby field if given a chance.
I've just heard that I'm in the training squad too. So for me, yeah, I can come here to Fiji to play for the Sevens, for the Rio, and I'm looking forward to be part of the team in the Rio.
Yato was happy with the Flying Fijians' recent performance in England and Wales and says there is enough talent and depth in the squad to take to the 2019 World Cup in Japan.
For the last World Cup, we've already set one standard. Even though if they are not here again, those players, for us it's going to be 4 years for us to learn more things as young players. And I know we can do better in the next World Cup.
Yato is among a host of overseas-based reps tipped to battle it out for selection into National Sevens coach Ben Ryan's good books for a ticket to Rio next year. Talen Dodakadaka, FBC Sports.
Melbourne Storm winger Marika Koroimbete is eager to don the Fiji Mbati jumper for upcoming international tournaments. The NRL star admits playing professional has been great, but there's nothing more special than representing his country in the sport.
We meant to have a test match this year against Samoa. It's got cancelled. So hopefully get some more tests next year and get to run the 4 Nations next year. Should be good. Yeah.
The 23-year-old was nominated for the Dally M Wing of the Year this season for scoring 16 tries. The Fiji Association of Sports and National Olympic Committee have set an estimated preparation budget of $3.9 million for the 2016 Rio Olympic Games. This will cover the preparation costs for each of the potential qualifying sports such as weightlifting, athletics and archery.
Our estimated participation budget is looking at just a little over 1 million, that's participation. Our estimated preparation budget is 3.9 million, so just under 4 million. And Lorraine and her team has done an extensive work on putting this budget together to go to the government for our November budget sitting. And we are really hoping that the government will nod their head and say yes.
So far, only the Fiji men's 7 side and the Fiji under-23 football side have qualified for the 2016 Rio Olympics. And that's your sports for tonight. It's back to Jackie now with business.
The organisers of the 2015 National Women's Expo received a $63,000 sponsorship from the Japanese government and the UNDP today. The contribution has been made in line with the commitment to the Right Empowerment and Cohesion for Rural and Urban Fijians project. It's a 3-year project to strengthen sustainable democratic governance by promoting peace building, social cohesion and inclusiveness in rural communities.
The REACH project has made good progress since it started in June this year. This is also highlighted by the series of events in the second National Women's Expo, such as REACH mobile service sessions, where women can obtain information on the services provided by the Ministry of Women, Children and Poverty Alleviation.
The funding will allow the Ministry of Women to increase its reach to poor and underprivileged families in Fiji. Overcast and windy conditions with showers were experienced over the eastern and northern parts of Fiji today. Afternoon or evening showers prevailed elsewhere. Tropical disturbance 02F was analysed near 12.0 south, 175.0 east, just west of Rotuma at 3 p.m. today. The associated trough of low pressure with associated cloud and rain affects Rotuma, Tuvalu, Kiribati and Samoa. Meanwhile, a broad southeast wind flow prevails over most southwest Pacific islands. Temperatures were in the high 20s in all major centres, Lambasa topping the list at 29 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow's forecast is for occasional showers throughout the day over the Fiji group. And the outlook for Friday's occasional showers over most places, southeast winds 20 to 25 knots and up to 30 knots through the passages, rough seas very rough through the passages and moderate southerly swells. Recapping the main stories tonight. MH Nambour fully engulfed in flames, fuel prices to drop across the board effective midnight tonight. Prime Minister says incidents of rape and sexual assault on women is a national concern and Asinu town declared a smoke-free zone. Our poll question this week we're asking, should we keep John McKee until the 2019 Rugby World Cup? Visit our FBC website to take part. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. And if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. You've been watching FBC News. I'm Jackie Spade. Bye for now.